Okay, welcome to the League of Women Voters virtual interviews. Our first candidate is Pat Goll, and he has 2 minutes to introduce himself.
Well, like you said, my name is Pat Goll. I'm a longtime North Bend resident, all my life actually, almost 62 years, which is hard to believe in itself. But I was on the city council 2.5 years ago or 2 years ago for the 4 year prior to that. I really enjoyed it. I thought I was doing the right thing for the city, and I just wanted to get back on there and be a part of the city. I was a volunteer fireman for 19 years with North Bend and loved all the dedicated time that I gave to that. And I thought this was an older guy's way of helping out. So that's my reason for getting back on the city council and being a part of the good town that we are. So there you go.
Our first question is, how would you improve communication between the city government and the citizens of North Bend?
Well, that's a great question. And I think that's where we need to go right off the bat is to build confidence back in the citizens with the council and with the new city administrator. I think we lost, or the prior council, prior city lost a little faith when the public safety thing went down the way it did. I honestly think that's the first move that the new council and the new mayor and is got to be to regain the confidence of the city. I think that's easily done just by being open. And that one thing I did learn from being on the council for 4 years is we need more city involvement. There is lots of different council meetings where there's nobody in the crowd, and I know now with COVID it's a little bit different, but this was 6 years ago that we would love, or the new council I'm sure of would love to have more people involved in bi-monthly meetings. So that's where I'd love to go with that, is to have people come and see what the council goes through and the city goes through to make it all work, and any input that they can give is the council is just a voted in position that's trying to work for the citizens of North Bend. So I think the more people that can come and share their opinions and stuff, the better off the city is. So there you go.
Thank you. The next question, what should the city's approach be to the problem of the unhoused?
Of the unhoused? That's a $1 million question, and if anybody could figure that out, that, like I said, there's gonna be unhoused in North Bend, and why there's so much now, I can't answer that. If it's the climate, if it's what, but affordable housing, you can say all you want about affordable housing, but there's a certain amount of these people that are homeless and are gonna be homeless. So if somebody smarter than me can figure that out, more power to them. All we got to be able to do is try to minimize the problem. And I don't know if you're calling it a problem. I guess it is a problem, but to try to minimize the situation, to get them at the Devereaux Center, to get them at that kind of thing, to try to help them. So, some of them want help, some of them don't. So, that's about all I can do there. So.
The next question, given the continuing crisis of global climate change, what would be your approach to protecting the environment?
Boy, you guys are getting right out there with these questions. Yeah, you know, you can say all you want about the greenhouse, you know, all the stuff, but at the city level of North Bend government, I don't think we're going to make a major change on what some people call global warming. I think it's the way the country is developed. I think, you know, the major strides of all the green power and all that kind of thing, you know, that's going to help. But it is such an involved question that you just asked for a North Bend City Councilman. I want to try to help, but if somebody, yeah, that's a toughie. So I'll leave it at that.
Okay, the fourth question, is there waste in the city budget? If so, where would you make cuts and why?
Okay, I'll just go from my experience as being on the city council for 4 years. I went through 3 budget cycles, and this is how it went down. We were really looking good. The first 3 budget cycles of my council time, you know, it seemed like all the departments, you know, everybody was strong, everybody was balancing their budget. And then all of a sudden in the 4th year budget cycle, we were told that, you know, the sky has fallen. And I really don't believe that it can happen in 1 year like that. I think that we need to focus with, you know, with a new city administrator and the finance department, and try to watch that budget, you know, as it's progressing. And yes, there's probably places to cut. And yes, you know, we know we have to have public safety. Yes, all that stuff. And I believe that we can accomplish all that. But it can't be 3 years fine and all of a sudden the 4th year's no good. It doesn't happen that fast. So we should have been, in my opinion, we should have been directed along the way that, you know, maybe we do have a problem. And obviously, as that played out, yeah, I mean, it all happened on the 4th year. I have a hard time believing that. But anyway, yes, I think we can make the, you know, and the reason for a budget is to balance the budget. So, you know, if you have certain X amount of dollars, that's all you got. And that's what we have to deal with. And we have to get our priorities and straight on that. So there you go.
Okay, you have 1 minute to wrap up. Anything you want to tell us?
Okay, yeah. Once again, this is Pat Goll. I'm running for North Bend City Council. I've been a lifelong member of North Bend. I'm not going to go anywhere. You know, if you wanted an extra question to ask all the candidates, ask them how they feel about consolidation, because I can come right out in front of the League of Women Voters and say I am 100% against consolidation. I've done the research. I know it would not benefit North Bend financially. So I'm totally fine with Coos Bay, but we want to stay North Bend and Coos Bay. But I know I got off the subject there a little bit, but that's the way I feel, and that's where I'm going with that. Yeah, and I'd appreciate everybody's vote in North Bend. Yeah, it'd be a nice little thing for me to get back on the council. And the 2-year sabbatical I had, I think they could have used me. I think they could have. I don't think the $30 thing, the vote would have been 4-3 against it, because I would have voted against it. So that's really the way I feel. I'm a longtime North Bender, and thanks for your time, I guess.